Mr. President, we don't know each other. Um, but you today have come out with a proclamation, an executive order saying that churches, synagogues, mosques, places of faith are essential services. As the leader of a faith community, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Greeley, Colorado, I am the minister of that faith community. My name is Aaron Norris, Reverend Aaron Norris, and while I'm honored with the nod to our essentialness, I need to speak up because it strikes me that you are playing politics with a number of things, and it bothers me. And part of what I am called to do is to find my prophetic voice that is given to me by that mystery in the universe, by the divine, by what some people call God, and to speak truth to power. You say that we are essential services, and certainly every human being has a connection to the divine. And we share that deep connection, and that connection passes through us as we are often commanded to love that mystery, to love that spirit, to love God with all our hearts, and to love one another as we love ourselves. So it is from that place, sir, that I speak. This was an unannounced press conference on the eve of a long holiday weekend. And you are claiming somehow that certain members of the government have treated houses of faith differently, which of course would violate in our own country the First Amendment of the United States. The First Amendment guarantees us all the right that our faith will not be treated special, but that it will be treated equally, and that the government will not endorse any particular person's religion. I know that there are members of the faith community, specifically in other denominations, that may very well have lobbied you, that are looking for special treatment. Sir, I can tell you that, at least in the state of Colorado, and what I have seen nationally, no one is treating churches any differently. We are all receiving equal treatment. In my own state, we are allowed to gather just like every other group of people is allowed to gather in groups of no more than 10. This has meant that we have had to be creative. It has meant that we have had to meet online, that I have made a lot more pastoral calls than I normally would, that I've had to do it on the phone. But we have a population, sir, that is more delicate than other populations. Within my congregation, I have people who suffer from autoimmune disorders. The average age of my congregation is much higher than the average age of people. We also have people suffering from Parkinson's disease and other diseases that may be associated with age, all of which would be in danger if we were to meet together. What you are asking people to do is pretend that somehow houses of faith don't have the same rules of science. We have tried in my congregation very hard to pay attention to what the state and the Centers for Disease Control have recommended. But when you play politics, when you use churches as a political football, when you use health departments as a political football, you make it impossible for me as a minister to help my congregation walk these lines. You tell me you want us to be safe and open safely, but then you sow distrust in the health guidance that we have. The health guidance that we were offered several weeks ago was buried, and we were told it would never see the light of day until it was leaked. And now you come out with new rules, and I don't know what to believe. You have made this process very hard, sir. My tradition believes in the inherent worth and dignity of all human beings. And that applies to me, it applies to my congregation, it applies to people who I disagree with as well. And I would like to err on the side of your goodwill. But you are making it difficult. You are making this entire process difficult. I am worried about the community I serve. The community I serve has an outbreak in the jail. And it has been led by a sheriff who a court has found violated the constitutional rights of the people in that jail and put their health at risk. The community I serve has leadership that will not enforce health codes. The community that I serve has a meatpacking plant with a death toll that is frightening. And you and the governor of my state and the leadership have said they will test everyone in that meatpacking plant. And yet those tests are incomplete. Those tests are not required in the morning. They're available, but they're not required. And so I'm asking you, sir, to stay out of religion. I'm asking you, sir, to let us be as we are. We can make do because we know that the Spirit that connects us all, the mystery of which we are all a part, is not in a building. It's not in a person. It's not in the visible. It is between and amongst us all in times of trouble and in times of joy. And yes, we would like to be together as an assembled body. But we would not lose anyone to have that opportunity. At this moment, sir, we are one another's keeper. I would ask you to remember that you are all our keepers. Not the people who agree with you, not the people who will vote for you, but all of us. Thank you for your time.